I'm one of the two.
I'm one.
Hey, we're the two in here then. Let's see if those notifications go out and anybody joins us. It's hot again. I'm tempted to just come knock on your door and say, I'll be in your swimming pool. Don't worry. Don't worry about the fat guy in the pool.
My niece is staying like a long weekend, maybe longer, just to come, hang out. So cool. She and my wife went over to get some Chick-fil-A for lunch. So
Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up, Adam? Record Crate, what's going on, man? I was gonna ask you, do you need me to come get those boxes though?
Whenever, no worries.
All right. I definitely need some Dan approved. We either call them Dan approved or Krista approved boxes. It's a play on the whole Jesus approved. I'll be like, and that's literally what, like, because Kobe will be boxing someone. Well, go get a Dan approved box.
So he knows what pile to get it from. Nice.
Tim, what's up, man? I saw some glass today, but I wore the camera on the backpack today, and I got nervous, but I got through it. And I did have one person ask me what the camera was for. She was really nice, though. Cool. I just kind of said, like, you'd be amazed what people will watch on YouTube. And I said, people like to watch people yard sale. And she was like, that's cool.
Hey, Tim. I enjoyed watching you when you were on Eric's 8-hour listing marathon or whatever it was.
Right. Him and Cernock. What's up, Dragon Valley Homes? That's Chris, right? He just I just started following him. I know he just started following me. Sorry. Go ahead, man. Let me see. I guess I could put some of this stuff up on here. So we'll say what's up to Adam over at Record Crate. What's up, man? How's your stores going, man? No records. I did not see any LPs. We got Tim over the ears. So this is Chris.
Chris, all right.
Who else we got here? Ken, what's going on, Ken? I had a pretty good day. My first sale kind of set the tone. At the first sale, I found a couple gems. So like when I find those gems, like it makes me a little more. I spend a little bit more, you know. Yeah, for sure. Let me give you a wrench there, Christopher. If you want to add links to your channel, well, I know you just starting your channel up. You can drop a link. Watched a couple of his videos already. He's doing some good stuff, man.
Nice.
Check him out. He's kind of new to the community, but he's already got like 8 or 9 videos out, Christopher, if I remember right. Oh, that sucks, Adam. Are they're at least open though, right? Tim is packing orders. This is I feel like I say it 35 times when I do a video like this, but this is just my break time after yard sales. It was hot again, and wearing a backpack. I was like fat guy in a little backpack.
You need to get just like the strap, that's not an actual backpack, that just is a thin strap so that you can breathe better.
The worst part is getting in and out of the car, like sitting all forward, and I don't, obviously I don't put anything in it.
Why don't you just put it on when you get out of the car? Or is it take some effort to put it on?
Yeah, I'll be like, what's that guy wrestling with a backpack over there for?
Is he loading a parachute? What's going on over there?
Someone help him! Get over there! Dial 911.
How many parachutes are in that backpack? One is supposed to be a reserve. Oh goodness.
Yeah, so I did that. I took it off for one sale because it was an estate sale, and I didn't want to wear it in the house and stuff. So I took it off, and that was easy, just off. But then when I put it back on, I was all, My arms were all and then the camera's hitting me in the face. I'm like, yeah, I'm not taking it off again.
That's funny.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it's because I tried to put it back on while still seated in the car.
Yeah.
Like, there's still some nerves to get over, but I definitely heard a couple people talking about it that were like, and then the one lady asked, but for the most part, everybody was really cool. Yeah, it was cool. You got a wrench, working man. That's right, Christopher. All right, so I got some orders that need to be boxed up, so if you could take care of those. Dan will drop a link. It's right there on the screen. Dan the Answer Man.
Here, I'll put it in to make it convenient. Hold on.
Nikki T, Tommy, what's up? Good to see you guys. What's going on? Sharon, how's it going? Now, Dan is not a reseller. Dan is just a reseller or community member. He's the answer man. Whenever you have I'll be like, hey, I found this Tasmanian Devil plush, but I don't know what year it's from. It's a 1994.
I tend to be a rebuyer man more than a reseller. Keep buying and buying and buying.
That much. I paid, I don't remember, I think I might either 50 cents or $1 for it, but it's really not worth that much. So it might go on the shelf. It's pretty cool. Taz Toon Squad. Uncle Bo. There is an Uncle Bo out there. I'm not to be confused with the Uncle Bo knows. I'm Uncle B. No relation to Aaron B.
Dan's a groupie like me. Yep, that's right.
You had a yard sale today. Where's your yard sale at? How many miles would I have to have driven? I had to think about that one for a second. So yeah, I want to show you guys what I found at that first sale that made me buy a stack of video games because this game was in it. Whenever I find a stack of games for cheap and there's a game in it that makes it all worthwhile, I just buy them all. That may or may not be a good game plan, but it's what I do. So these are the two games, and they're still got the stickers on them. In Florida, yeah, I could leave today, and I could be to your sale by what? Tuesday? So you see the price on it, $1. That's a pretty good game. I should get about $20, maybe 25 for because it's like brand new, got the book and everything, and the 2 discs are like in mint condition. So that was in there, and then this was the one that sealed the deal. This Zelda collection edition, still got the $1 on it. That's a $60 game right there, in the condition it's in because it's got the book and it's mint. You found NCAA 14? Ooh, get that. That game is hot right now.
Nice.
Yeah, so these 2 games made me buy this whole stack of games. Some of these games aren't great, but
the games that aren't great, won't you just lot them up?
Yeah, I'll sell them individually because they're still, $4 or $5 games. I didn't even price them. Like a Medal of Honor for PlayStation 1, that might be okay. Jam Pack, that was actually 50 or 25 cents. Then a Star Wars game for $1. Didn't look that one up. Guitar Hero for PlayStation 2. Max Payne, that might be a decent game for PlayStation 2. Another Guitar Hero for play. I'll lot those 2 up, the 2 Guitar Hero games. And then Spider-Man for GameCube. GameCube games seem to do pretty good. Some titles obviously are way better than others. Oh, and this Medal of Honor game for PlayStation 2.
So those are mostly PS1, PS2 games?
Yeah, and then a couple GameCube games. GameCube games are hot. I dropped a game right here. See my bald spot, guys? So I paid $20 for all these games, and there's more, so that's why I want to make sure. because I actually.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. I don't know about these PC games, Medal of Honor PC games, and Spearhead. Yeah, I don't know. There is a game. I need to do their job kidding me. And a GameCube controller for $20 in the lot. And a GameCube power source, which is good. Hard to find. And the entire DVD Friends collection. That's upstairs.
What do you mean entire? Like all seasons?
Yeah, it's like crazy. It's like
regular DVD or Blu-ray or what?
Regular DVD, like all the different box sets.
Wow.
And each set has multiple CDs in it or DVDs in it. That's still upstairs. So I got all those games, the controllers, or the controller, and the entire Friends season sets for $20.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. I thought. Wait, they said one of the seasons is missing one disc, so I don't have it all. So that's the first sale. That set it up. Like the rest of the day, I was a spending man.
Now, was that a yard sale or a estate sale?
Yard sale. I got a Tickle Me Elmo. 2016. I didn't think this would be worth much, and they even had. I talked them down to 20, so half the original price. But this will probably sell for $60. So I was like, I'll almost triple my money after fees. I'll take that. And they seem to sell pretty fast.
It's like Christopher has to get back to work.
All right, Christopher, thanks for dropping in. You gotta hit the road in a second too, right?
Yeah, I got a couple minutes. I got a 2:00 Mountain Time work meeting just got thrown on me. So yeah, I'll be just in the chat hanging out. Yeah. But if that wraps up early, I'll jump back on if you're still going.
Yeah, I usually go an hour though. We'll see.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll see. It's just a customer that wants to show me his work and have me give him some consulting. So we'll see. And if we answer questions quickly, that could be it. So we'll see.
When you're Dan the Answer Man, it should go quick.
But it's his design. He's like, I need you to look over my shoulders, answer some live questions, make sure I'm doing this correctly. Okay, whatever.
Whatever you say.
Yep.
That Elmo will fly off the shelf. That's what I saw. Like, there's not so from 2016, there's not a lot listed, and there's a lot sold. There's a lot of solds, so the sell-through rate is pretty high. So I think I can list it high because there's not a lot of this one listed right now. So I think I'll do pretty on there. That's what made me pay the 20 for it, because it goes.
Just show it to Joey Bada Bing and he'll buy it from you.
Right. Hey Joey Bada Bing. Check it out. It's Tickle Me Elmo 2016. Yeah. So like usually I won't. That's what makes me pay up. Like Sharon said, when it'll fly off the shelf, I'll pay up. Because I know within a week I'll make my money back and my profit. I don't like to pay that much for that low. It's still a good profit. But if it's going to sit on my shelf for 7 months and the profit's that, and I'm spending 20, I'll usually pass, unless it's like a bundle deal or something. I don't know. I recently saw someone did a video, and I haven't looked these up. I paid 50 cents for all these cards, and some of these cards, they're older for sure. Like there's a set of Mountain Dew cards, playing cards. I don't know a year on them. They're Hoyle. The brand is Hoyle. But real quick, that's like a casino, right? Is that an old casino? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Finian's, I don't know. But then there's this old Splash Riviera set. Like some of these old casino sets like this are worth money.
Well, did Matt, the Phoenix Flipper?
Yeah, that's right. It was Matt.
Sell some cards that were pretty pricey.
So and then there's some old anyways. So I bought them all for 50 cents. I was like, I'll buy them all and see if any of them are worth money.
Nice.
I mean, he was like 4 for a quarter. I was like, okay. He had a table. Everything was a quarter. Hey, what's up, Matt? I hit North Thornton today, up by what's that golf course up there, Dan? North Thornton.
Todd Creek.
Todd Creek. Yep, up by Todd Creek. Like 136th and Hawley area and north of there. For the most part, up in that area. I didn't. Again, on Friday, I don't hit a lot of casino anything. So, all right. See, when I saw them, I was like, they're definitely older, and the one that made me buy it was that one. And I don't know if this is a casino or not. Finian's.
All right, Jimmy. I got to drop off.
All right,
Good
man.
seeing everybody. Might be back.
See you, Dan. I'm gonna drop a link if anybody wants to hang out with me on my. Arvada was disappointing. All right, well then maybe I will stay away from Arvada tomorrow. Here's a link if anybody wants to join me live. Arvada, yeah, like Arvada's hit and miss though, right? Like, that's usually my Saturday area: Westminster, Arvada, up into Broomfield. But I don't know if that makes me not want to go that way tomorrow. Last weekend we went all the way down to the south side. We went to Cherry Creek and Aurora, South Aurora. We did really good down there. Hey man, it's all right, Dan. I just appreciate you dropping in to hang out for that little bit. I know you are a busy Dan the Answer Man. I found some other stuff. I found some Doc Martens. What else? I didn't bring everything downstairs yet. I don't know if this is any good, guys. This I paid $2 for, so I don't know. Mattel Electronics Hockey. What made me buy it was the year on it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, you can't. Oh, there it is. See that? You see that year? 1978. I was 2. So that's what made me buy this, was the age on this. I'm not sure what it's worth. I don't even know if it works, but since it's as old as me, it's got to be worth something, right? What else did I buy? I don't know what floating candles. What's up, man? We got our second guest dropping in. What's up, Ken?
Hey, Jimmy, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Just relaxing right now. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Just hanging out, taking a break. When you take a break, I take a break on Fridays.
Cool, man. Did you go out today at all?
I did. I got go out just a few this morning. Had a Facebook Marketplace pickup that I was waiting for some folks to come mid-morning, so had to kind of cut it off short.
Yep, I hear you. Was it a good deal at least? Did you get yourself a good deal out of it?
Yeah, not too bad. I had nothing in it. It was a like a physical therapy table.
Okay.
That I had got. A chiropractor was cleaning out some old stuff and said, "Hey, you want this?" And so I took it and unloaded it for $65. So that was
I call that a really good. And they came and picked it up.
Yeah, all I had to do was haul it home and keep it in the garage for a few days. So
nice. What's up, Casey? What's going on? Rebel Junk. I know Rebel Junk told me their name, and I don't remember it. I'm gonna be in the trouble. Yeah, I haven't done a local flip in a while. I only have like 4 things on Facebook Marketplace right now. Kind of, I know I said I was going to do a lot of that stuff. I saw a skateboard today. I should have bought it. They had like $3 on it.
Oh, really?
But I passed on it. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I like to flip locally right now.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of deals at my sales that I did hit this morning. I'm not even sure if I picked up much of anything. So, but there's some community yard sale tomorrow in my area.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna hopefully spend the day over there.
Right.
About a 20-30 minute drive over and check that out.
Cool. What part of the country are you in again? I don't know if I remember. I don't remember a lot.
I am in Ohio,
Okay.
kind of north central Ohio.
All right. Casey said he's going to head back to the thrift store. He sent me a picture. They had an entire aisle of toys. You got to search those bags, man. I was trying to, like, when I see an aisle of toys, I'm looking for a bag full of the same kind of toy. Like, some examples, like a bag full of Thomas the Train toys, or a bag full. Oh, we lost Ken. There's just so many examples. Let me try to. Yeah, I mean, there's so many, but the thing is, like, it doesn't even have to be a brand that you know. It's just if you see that it's all the same brand, and you can sell that as a lot, and you paid $3 for the bag. Most lots of toys sell really good. Like I've bought. There's these guys that they're like these block figures, and they have rubber bands running through them, and their hands and feet are suction cups. I don't even know what they're called. But I bought a whole bag with like 15 of them in the bag for $3, and I sold them on eBay for over $20. I don't even remember the name brand of them. And when I saw them, I didn't even look them up. I was just like, this is just a bag full of them, so I'm gonna buy it. And that's what I do. Like it's low risk. It's low risk to buy that bag of toys. And more often than not, that bag of toys is going to be worth way more than the $3 you paid for it. Sometimes you find those like I found I found a bag of Tech Deck dudes or something like that. They're the little magnetic guys that rode on tech decks. I'll give credit. Yeah. My wife found I taught my wife to look for bags full of the same toys. So my wife found that bag of Tech Deck dudes. Those guys, and there was like 30 of them in that bag. And I swear we sold that bundle for like $80. And
nice.
There's not a lot of effort. Like I just looked up who they were. I used the reverse image search. I just scanned one, told me they were Tech Deck dudes. I went into eBay, looked up Tech Deck. I think it's dudes or whatever. I looked up a lot of Tech Deck dudes. Saw that they sell really good. I just snapped one picture of all of them just laying out on the table, and put them on the shelf, and they sold within a week.
Sweet.
That's how I do toys. And then, so if you approach toys that way and you start buying bags full of toys like that, you start to learn what toys actually have really high value. That's how I found out about Dino Trucks. I bought a bag of Dino Trucks. And when I got those home, I was like, I'm not going to lot these up. I'm going to sell them individually because individually they're worth a ton of money. And again, low risk, just put a little bit of money into a bag full of them. That's how I learned toys, guys. That's the way I recommend going at it. Like just now you're going to get a bag full of toys with a bunch of random different stuff in it. I stay away from those. I've gotten to the point where I start looking through them for any gems, but when I'm looking at toys, I'm scouring for a bag full of the same toys. That's what I do. And lots of toys sell really good. It can even be, if you're looking to not go crazy, you can buy a bag full of like Super Mario cake toppers. If you can get a bag full of Super Mario cake toppers for $2, you can still sell that for profit on eBay.
Yeah, I've been trying to do the same thing with plush recently, trying to learn that, watching, Chris Cajun Reseller, watching Flippin' Hippos, just trying to see, my Goodwill kind of after the, when they opened back up after the COVID and they had a lot of donations, they were overloaded with plush. And so they were selling it in bins for $1.
Right.
And so when you can, pretty much anything you can pick up for $0.25, you're going to make some money on. So,
Yep.
And
I agree.
Try to get, the main characters that everybody's familiar with, but even some of the oddball stuff has turned out to be, great profit. The return on investment on that stuff is just out of hand.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to say hi to what's up, Jake the Snake, Yakov Benz, and Frank Hall.
Hey, Jake.
What's going on? And if I didn't say hi to anybody, I'm sorry. Yeah, I agree totally, Ken. Like today I came across a sale and the guy was like, that's the dollar table, that's the quarter table. Like and that's where I found these cards. And he's like, four cards for a quarter. I found this. So everything I bought off the quarter table, this Fitbit strap, whatever, it was a quarter. And then this Harley Davidson beanie, paid a quarter for that.
Wow.
Yeah. So and then I bought these. These were on there. The floating bugs and that Tasmanian. That's where. Yep, that Taz doll was on there. So I only paid a quarter for that Taz doll. He was on there too.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So I mean, I wasn't gonna pass on this stuff for a quarter.
I was just telling someone this morning that was asking me about reselling on eBay and the types of things I look for at yard sales, and it's like, I'm trying to learn certain areas, toys or plush or hats, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But anything that I think has some value to it, and I love making the good decision. You take a chance on an item you're not sure on.
Right.
You do your comps and you look at it and it sells and you get it posted and it sells really quick and it's just a really good feeling. And then it's like, oh, okay, those types of items, let's start looking at those a little more. Right. And it's the I told them also, when you're at a sale and they have an item and it's like, they want whatever, $4 for it, and it's going to be a $30 item, and you go, you take $2 for this, and then you can't run to the car fast enough without to get that thing. It's like, I just made a score here.
Right. Yeah, that's the game. Well, that's the fun part of the game. Like to
love the hunt.
Yep. And to find that, and then you get to a point where you start seeing some, not the exact same things, but very similar things along the same lines. You already know what it's worth, and then it's a lot easier to negotiate when you don't have to run to the corner and look it up on your phone. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
Like that Harley bandana, I didn't even have to look that up. Hey, Pickin' Sisters, thanks for hanging out with us. Sometimes I take chances. I call them scratcher cards. Like today I didn't even look it up. I bought a Logitech TV cam is what it's called. HD. It was $5. I didn't even look it up. I just bought it for $5 at the sale. And I got back to the car and looked it up. It's worth like $40. So wow. I didn't even run pricing on it. I was just like, it's Logitech. I've had a lot of luck with Logitech. It says HD on it, so that's a good thing. So I was like, I'll take my chances. And it wasn't a huge risk. There was a really good chance it was going to be worth a decent amount of money because it had those things. But that's the knowledge. I know Logitech I've done really well with. I know it's important that it's an HD camera, so that helps, and then so learning that, and I know it seems like it's common sense, but sometimes sometimes you got to learn that stuff. Like sometimes you have to know to look for those things, especially right now, and in the time, a HD camera like that you can stream on your TV with right now more than ever has more value. Like people are having to get together that way.
Yes.
So those things combined, I was just like, I'm gonna buy it.
Then I'm sure we all have the pile that's, I guess that wasn't the greatest buy ever.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's going to get redonated or.
I'm actually glad you said that, Ken, because that's part of toys.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't know if Casey left not, but so I asked me how many times I've bought in a bag full of toys for $2 because I saw 2 toys in there that were really good. And then the rest, I get it home, I tear those 2 toys out, and it goes right back to this. Sometimes I'll go to the car, take those 2 toys out, and walk right back in and drop in the toys back in. Because I got the 2 toys I wanted.
Yeah.
That's if the rest I know are junk. But usually I'll bring it home, make sure there's nothing else good in there, and then I have a donate bin. I throw it right back into the donate bin, and I go list the 2 toys that I bought it for. My friend Frank, I was with him one time at a thrift store where he found a grab bag. All right, yeah, that's something to think about too, Casey. Like, if you see a bag and you see wrestlers in there, and you see like it's $2 and there's 3 wrestlers in there, and there's a bunch of other toys, well, buy it for the wrestlers, take the wrestlers out, and then redonate the rest. Keep a tub for donating toys. Or if you have family members that have kids, give them to them. I send toys to my brother sometime. My brother has little boys, so I'll send him some toys sometime. What's up, Chris? But yeah, so I was with Frank and we were at a thrift store and he saw a grab bag and he saw a wrestler in there, and he went straight over there and grabbed that bag because he saw the wrestler in there, and it was like a $3 bag again, and it was a rare wrestler that he ended up selling for $40.
Wow! But
in the same bag, there was a rare star. I don't remember who it was. There was a rare Star Wars action figure in the same bag, and I just remember when he grabbed the bag and he was showing me the wrestler. I was like, "Well, who's this guy right here?" And I want to say he sold that other figure for like $30-something. So he made $70. And there was a bunch of other toys in that bag, but he made like $70 off that little $3 bag. And I know the rest of the toys he just redonated. He just took, he got rid of them. But those 2 toys, I mean, little action figures that you can ship for $3.50.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into toys, and that's how I learned toys. I was not any kind of toy master or genius when I started reselling. Like, it's just I've done the research. I've done so much research on toys now. I have an idea of what to look for. My wife's getting good at it too. Like, she brought home a NECA Predator action figure. She went to the thrift store by herself. She walks in the door and she's got, look, I found this Predator. And I was like, what? It's like a NECA. It's worth like $30. I was like, I'm so proud. I want to cry.
They grow up so fast.
Yeah. But yeah, it's awesome. Like, and so she learned by watching how I learned. So now she knows what to look for. Like, she's always looking for wrestlers, and she's definitely found bags full of the same toy and said, here you go. We don't even look them up. Like, if it's a bag full of all the same, like from the same line, we buy it. Like, if we made a mistake, which the chances are so slim that we made a mistake, because if there's 20 of them in there, and we paid $3 for them, as long as we get, a decent amount per figure, like, it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I'm, trying to learn. I haven't been reselling, about 5-6 months maybe, and just trying to get that niche, trying to build that knowledge on a number of different products so I can get that kind of specialty, and where you can go to a sale or a thrift store and just pick it up without having to do the comps on it, and know that you got a good profitable item. And so now I just have a whole array of all different types of products that just doing the research.
Yeah. I think Yakov is asking, do you need to sit on, some toys take longer than others, but I mean, look, I'm going to turn to my camera. So there's 2 tubs up top right there. Those are all toys. Very little space taken. The little tubs down there, those are the second shelf. That's toys. Like, and then a couple tubs, like, that's my toys, my loose toys. Like, there's not, and maybe there's some wrestlers over there. Like, they don't take up a lot of space. Like,
yeah,
they take up so little space. And there's, I got the shelf behind me too, but that's kind of the collector stuff that so like, storage wise, easy, shipping easy, pictures easy. Like, it's literally fun to take pictures of action figures for me. Like, I'm like, every once in a while, I'll put them in a pose or something.
Yeah.
So like, it's everything about it is easy. And then the other part about toys is there's not a high return rate. Like, people, if they decide to buy an action figure, unless it breaks on the way there, like, there's very, very low chance of it being returned. Like, they want that there's a reason they want that for their collection or whatever. They're, a lot of these people that buy toys, they'll buy a toy, and I don't know what the name of it is. Maybe someone in the chat, if you guys know, like, they're recreating like this scene, and they want that figure for that scene, and they'll like glue it in there, and maybe they'll do some custom paint on it. Like, they're either recreating a scene from a comic book, or a movie or whatever. And you know, a lot of people that buy those action figures are doing stuff like that too. So there's actually a really big market for it. All right, Tim. Thanks for hanging out, man. Watch my last video. I think I got some of that glass. I'm actually going to ask you a diorama. There you go. Yeah, that's what those are called. Check it out. See if I missed anything. I was trying to look for like specially shaped and carnival stuff, but I don't think there was anything good there. I could talk about toys all day, and I just really quick want to say, like, Joey Bada Bing. If you guys all watch Joey Bada Bing, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, he was just talking to me on Instagram. He bought a lot of toys, and I was like, dude, you found gold. Like, he found, and like after I started telling him what some of those figures are, and he was getting all excited talking to me, and he's like, dude, look, here's my listing, and like literally some of these toys are listed for a ton of. Like, he found a couple Halo action figures that are worth a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And so, like, he got all hyped. Like, I hope he makes a video. Like, I need to talk to him. Like, I'm hoping he makes a video on it because he was all hyped up, and he found some really good toys. So I'm interested to see what he paid. Like, he didn't tell me what he paid for them or anything, but he showed me the listings. He's got them listed high, and I think it kind of got him into, like, the man. Like, there's some money here on these toys. Like, toys are, and they're money, man.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Yeah, hopefully he does put a video out on that.
Yep.
Hype him up.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell. Like, I could hear him, even though I didn't hear him. I could hear him going, "Let's go!" when he was looking up. Like, I know he was doing that. Like, you know, when it's like opening a pack of cards when you find an expensive card. When you find a toy that was in a bundle of toys that's worth $80, you're like, "Let's go!"
Yeah.
And he had one toy in that bundle of toys that he bought that was worth $80. Like, just one of them. And I'm sure.
Sweet.
Yeah, it all depends on the cost, right? So toys are easy to find for cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, some people know what they have, just like in anything you sell or buy to sell. There's people that know their shoes are valuable. I don't buy shoes from those people. There's people that know that their collectibles are valuable. I don't buy from them. There's people that know that let me look for an example. Their video games are valuable. I won't buy from them. So, you know, you got to find that person that's either they know what they have, but they just want to get rid of it, or they don't know what they have and they price it low.
Yeah. Those are the best. The ones that don't have a clue, that are just clearing it out, want to get rid of it.
Like, I've said it quite a few times with toys. A lot of the times the deals I find are, you know, older couples where you can just tell they want to tell you, like, yeah, the grandkids don't come and play with these anymore anyways.
Yeah.
So here you go. Like, I've found some really good deals like that. And they're happy to see them go, and, you know, and they're just like, here you go. So, yeah, that's some of the... And Dan makes fun of me because he's like, some poor kid is at home crying. You know what's funny is he makes fun of me because look, I still have, look at all these G.I. Joes I still have.
Those have been selling well for you. That was a great pickup.
See that guy on the left with the shorts on? That's $100 G.I. Joe right there from, I think, like 1968 or something like that.
Wow.
But Dan makes fun of me about that. But you know what? I'm not gonna, like, that story's kind of funny. When I went and bought those G.I. Joes, my camera's crooked. It was a lady making her kid or her son sell those G.I. Joes, right? Like, it was, he was in the car and she was making him sell them. Now, the fact that she was like 69 and the son was in his 40s makes it a little less, doesn't sound as bad then. Like, she's like, I'm tired of looking at these in the basement, son. And he's like sitting in the front seat, like pouting.
Pouting, yeah.
Like 40-something.
Time to move out of mama's basement anyway.
And she's looking at me like, here you go. You can take these to your mom's basement now. Nikki T. Good. Yeah, so I mean, and Dan makes fun of me, but the reality is that pouting kid was a grown man whose mom was making him sell his G.I. Joes. But, you know, that's you know, Facebook is work. sourcing on Facebook Marketplace is work.
Yeah.
I scour Facebook Marketplace toys, and I have to, just like everybody else, I have to look through all the reseller stuff. And I'm looking for that mom that's selling her kids toys. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's what I'm looking for. And
yes.
So, I check Facebook Marketplace probably 10 times a day, and each time it's at least 20 minutes, sometimes longer. Scrolling through the stuff I've already seen every day after day because the people have it priced too high, looking for that gem, that mom that's selling her kids toys. And it's a decent way to source, but it's not. You're not going to open up Facebook Marketplace and the first toy you look at is going to be awesome. Like I scour through a ton of toys.
Now, have you found with your yard sales in your area, I'm finding it increasingly harder to find just a good old-fashioned yard sale that's not all pallet items.
No, I showed my treasure. I mean, when you got there's always some. I find like today was a lot of good sales. I did pretty good today, but my treasure map, is not the normal treasure map.
Oh wow, yeah. People in my area don't use the treasure map, or those are people that list on Craigslist, right? That's where it gets it.
Those are all Craigslist ads.
Yeah, they're not using that in my area. Everybody's advertising their sales on Facebook Marketplace. Right. So it's hard to use you'll get one or two blips, that are 10, 15 miles away. And
so like today, that was the plan, was to follow the treasure map. Wow. And I only made it to 5 of the sales because there were so many, I call them freestyle. There were so many signs that I chased today that I never left that same neighborhood. I stayed in the same neighborhood all day, basically within like a 10-mile radius, not even 10, like a 2-mile radius. Like it was all in the same area, the same block, same set of like 4 blocks.
Yeah.
So like I didn't even make it to, I was going to go to 12 today. I made it to like 5.
And picked up all those good deals. Just think of where you'd be had you hit all 12.
Right. Yeah. Well, I got a late start today. I was co-hosting with Nate on Ecom and Beyond this morning, so I got to a little bit of a late start. So I didn't hit the road until almost 10 o'clock my time, and I'm usually out at like 7:30.
Yeah.
So yeah. But it was still really good. Like I was glad that first sale with those video games. Like when I found that $60 video game for $1, I was ready to spend for the rest of the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So let me see. Anybody else want to jump in just real quick? I'm gonna put it out there in case anybody does. I'm gonna drop the link one more time.
Do that, and hey, I'm gonna jump off here, watch the rest of the show, get a couple things done.
All right.
And appreciate you having me on, and hopefully I'm getting some content up of myself here soon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm working at it, trying to learn. I don't want to, put out something that's inferior, but I can't strive for that perfection. I just got to get it out there and get going. So hopefully we'll see you soon.
Go watch everybody that you watch. Go watch their first video, and then I'm sure you'll do better than that. Anyways, like my first video is a train wreck. Yeah, just that's the best way to do it. Hey, yeah. All right, Ken. We'll bring in Yakov. What's up, man?
Jake. Hey, Jake.
What's up? How's everybody doing?
You're always driving.
That's what I do. That's what it is.
That's what you do? Why do you have to drive all day, though?
So I'm a nurse, but I'm a visiting nurse.
So visiting.
I travel from patient to patient to patient to patient to patient. Non-stop, all day in the car.
Okay, I know a little bit. I mean, because I had some surgeries about 3 years ago, and one of my incisions got infected, so I had to have a wound pump. Is that what they call it?
A wound vac?
Yeah, wound vac.
Yeah, that's the fun stuff.
with the sponge inside. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
So the nurse had to come to the house and clean that. Oh.
3 times a week, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I did one today. Yeah.
You know you're having a fun day when you can see inside yourself. That's the weirdest thing in the world.
I can tell you stories, on end. And I could tell you stuff that I've seen in the past 2 days that I haven't seen in my career, and it's like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where this came from.
Yeah, so I can appreciate what you do, man. Like that, that nurse was really awesome. Every day, every 3 days, 3 times a week, she'd come to my house though and take that sponge out, clean it up, and put a new sponge in.
Yeah, and that's the time-consuming part of it. It's really
for sure.
We see about 6-7 patients a day. To do a wound vac takes an average 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like a good chunk of your day with traffic and with parking and with everything else added to it.
Yeah, for sure. And like you can't have a weak stomach, man.
No, definitely not. Not for what I do. Forget it. As I said, I can tell you stories. If anybody on this chat, I won't even tell you what I've seen this week.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Like that's cool that you do that. Like that's obviously, like and there's other things that you maybe not even some people don't even think about. Like not every house is clean. Not every house has nice dogs. Not every house has. There's so many different things you can think of that you have to experience every day.
Yeah. Look, as I say, I work in the projects. I'm literally in the projects on a daily basis.
Sorry, Yellow Brick Road Resale. Let me give you I've been ignoring the chat. I just read it right now. Sorry about that. I'll give you a wrench and another wrench right there.
Yeah. Hey, Jake. Missed your show, having your show on Tuesday night with Josh. Flip Sline's fun.
Yeah, Josh was middle of listing. He had a busy week, and next week he's on he's on vacay. So yes. I don't know. I'm thinking of doing it myself on my channel because I have 100 subscribers, so I think I could pull it off. But
what night is that?
I don't know. You know what? Tuesday night.
On Tuesday. Yeah, do it, man.
I don't know.
I'll come on and chat with you.
What time on Tuesday? Because I got my football show on Tuesdays, or I would join you.
It's usually after Nurse Flipper, Calvin after their show, right?
Oh yeah, so that's right in the middle of my show.
9:30, 10.
Yeah, me and my brother do the football show at 9:30 Eastern. So same time as you guys, but we're football, so we're not looking for reseller crowd. We're looking for football crowd.
Yeah, I'll have to check out that show, Jimmy. I heard you talking about it the other day, and it's like, oh, I want to check that out too and see what that's about. Big football fan.
My brother's a huge football fan. I'm a really big football fan too. So and we usually have a guest on there to talk about their team. So
cool. Yeah. Hey, Jake, if you want, you're going to do your show on Tuesday. I'll come on. We'll have a couple of newbies talking about what they're doing.
Yeah, it's a bunch of newbies. That's what it's about. I'm telling you. We're newbies. We learn the game. That's what it is. It's a game. We got to learn it.
So the question right here with both of you here is, are we going to see Ken's premiere video or Jake's second video? Which is going to come first?
What? Jake he already has content, just has to put it together, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. I filmed at sales, at thrift. I even have like a special thing that I was doing, my reselling mentor. We kind of started a little reseller frisbee golf league where we go out, get up in the morning. We do you do your shipping, you do your listing, whatever you got to do some sourcing. Those are the 3 rules. You got to do your shipping, you got to do your listing and your sourcing. And then you go out and we play frisbee golf in the afternoon and hopefully get a few cha-chings along the way.
I ship at night, so I wouldn't be able to go play until like 11 o'clock. I don't know why, but I do all my shipping at the end of the night.
So I've got some video content of that a few times that we're out. So I just got to kind of make that first intro video, get myself, just put the first one out. So I don't know, Jake, maybe we'll have a little challenge here. Who's going to get theirs out first? So
let's see.
And
I can tell you it's not, you know what? I fell off the YouTube game in the sense of recording and doing. I have a lot of content right now that I could put together. I just need the time. And the fact is that I feel that if I'm going to Goodwill without something being recorded, meaning that I'm not sitting there and recording all the time, I pay attention to everything, and I could get in and get what I need and get out within a few hours and head off to the next Goodwill.
Yeah. I agree with that.
If I'm recording, it could take me an extra hour at least, and then another hour and a half to actually edit it and put it all together. The real question is where does it come to say, okay, is it worth it what I'm doing now? There is eventually a payoff. The payoff is not like eBay, like you're gonna sell something right away or probably within the next month, and you'll see that profit come through.
Yeah,
we're talking about months and months and months in the making, and then how much are you going to get off of it? Right. So my theory in the back of my head is like, how much time do I dedicate to this right now? I know that everybody wants to see it. I want to see myself put it out also. Yeah, it's fun and so on. But eBay for me is fun also. And eBay for me is that's what ignites me. That's what gets me going.
For sure.
So
there's, not every video has to be footage in the thrift store. Like you could show yourself pulling up to the thrift store. And like Jake, you're from day one, from the first time I saw you on someone's live, I was like, this guy has good energy. Like, I'm not even trying to
thank you.
Like you do. Like you have a good energy. You have a good attitude. Like if you just talk to the camera, like I'm getting ready, tell what you're about to do, narrate it. I'm about to go into the thrift store. I'm going to, see what I can find. And then afterwards, show what you bought and just be yourself, dude. Because you have this energy. I'm not lying. Like you know how like some people say, "I'll watch Krillin just because he's Krillin." You have that same kind of energy, man. I'm not lying. Like you do. Like I haven't given that compliment out to a lot of people. So like, if you just do, like I don't have it. Like you have it. Just be yourself. Talk about what you bought. Maybe make a little, because you make little jokes and funny little stories you'll tell when you're showing what you bought. Like people will watch that, man. If you have that right personality for it. I think you should you don't have to record in the store, man. Just record. Record the drive there and talk to the camera, and then record after you shopped and what you bought and explain what you bought, why you bought it, and then or wait till you get back home and record it. Put it on your table. Joke why you have to do it on the kitchen table because you live in whatever. You know what I mean?
I hear that. All right.
That's easier footage to get. And
yeah, I hear that. No, I definitely hear that. Okay, fine. So now I have a whole bunch of recordings. I have to sit probably on a Saturday night or whatnot and just put everything into a new app that I don't know. I had to go searching for an app. I found one of the apps that actually does everything and it costs $5 to get rid of.
Oh, he froze. No, he froze.
Oh,
I forgot the name of the app already.
There he is.
If I click off of this, it's just gonna.
What?
I said I'm just gonna say I'm gonna kill StreamYard. Look what happens. How do you even click off? Make a phone call. That's what's happening.
Uh-oh. You're frozen, man. If you gotta go, that's cool. Yeah. You got a call coming in. Yeah, I think we lost him. I'm gonna do something real quick.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can send this. Nikki T, is it right if I show this picture? Nikki T just sent me a picture. Pretty cool stuff. Let me see if I can't email it to myself real quick. All right. Here we go. Just got this because Nikki T was one of the big winners on my 500 subscriber show.
Ah, yes.
She may or may have not gotten her Yoshi plush. Uh-oh. Did I just freeze up my computer? Let me try this. Come on, computer.
Never works when you need it to.
There it is. Why is it doing that? All right, there we got it. All right, we're going to do a share screen. Nikki T got the plush. Andy's so mad. What? Here we go. Share screen. Share screen. Look at that. She got the Yoshi plush.
Wait.
That thing was awesome, man. When I saw that at that thrift store, I was like, what? That's awesome right there. I'm glad you won that, Nikki T. He's back. He's not frozen.
There he is.
So what happened? I'm using my phone, obviously. So I got a phone call from my wife telling me that she just finished dropping the stuff off at FedEx. Yay.
Just checking. That's cool, Tammy. So you have to live vicariously through you because you work at a thrift store. Okay. They won't.
Ooh, that's interesting.
That's awesome. Babette, how's it going?
Yeah, that means you can grab whatever you want.
I thought when I first got into this, I thought about working at the local thrift store.
Yeah, my local Salvation Army, there's a fella that works there, and I notice when they have half off day, you'll see him there in line with, he'll be pulling 2 carts through the line with stuff I never saw on the shelf. And I go like about every day. So, he's holding that in the back until, right. And he has a booth in one of the local flea market buildings. So he's hauling the good stuff out.
What's up, Shane? What's going on, man? That guy's awesome.
That's cherry picking.
Rise and Grind Picker. What's up, man? He's been putting out some videos recently. I need to watch that one you just did where about the managed payments. I hope it's not bad news. Even the thumbnail makes it seem like I might not want to watch it.
Okay, Jimmy, Jake, I'm out of here for now.
All right, Ken.
I appreciate you having me on for a while, and hopefully my premiere video will be out soon, and we'll see Jake's second video, and maybe we'll see you Tuesday night, Jake, on your own channel doing the live show.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try. I have to see how everything pans out, but the goal is to get it done.
All right. We'll see ya. Have a good afternoon.
All right, Ken. Take it easy, man.
A good day. Everybody have a profitable tomorrow.
Right. I need today to get into more profit.
I was actually thinking of I have off on Tuesday, so I was actually thinking of just instead of usually when my day off, I usually hit up the thrift stores. I try to hit up about between 2 and 4 of them. So this week, I think I am actually going to just list. I'm just going to stay at home and list everything as much as my death pile that I have because I need to get it up. If it doesn't get up, it's just going to sit there. There's no money coming out of it.
That's a good idea, man. Especially, like you said, being part-time and being busy all day, it's hard to find those times to get a lot of listing done. But, to take one day, when I was part-time, that's what, I would, Sunday was my listing day. And there's some Sundays I would list 30, 40 things, but that's all I listed all week, when I was part-time. Sometimes you just got.
You know what? I have major FOMO. I have major, what if I'm gonna stay home on Tuesday and then I could find maybe 3 VCRs at 2 different thrift stores at $10 a piece? What I'm losing out? I should definitely go. But then those VCRs are gonna just sit in my desk pile for another week until I get the chance to list them. So
I know. What's up, Calvin? My man. What's going on, Calvin? Yeah, I mean, it's hard. Like, part-time was hard. I remember part-time. But, it all depends on, like, for me, my goal was to get to full-time where that's not your goal. Like, you already have, you got your job that you're not looking to get rid of. Like, you have a great job, right? Where me, with what happened in my life, like, I had to take a customer service job that I absolutely hated. And I hated my job. So my goal was to get out of that. My goal was to go full-time as a reseller. So it was a different. What's that?
How long have you been doing it full-time?
I started full-time February of 2019. So a year and a half, basically. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I started in July of 2018. So it took me from July of 2018 to February of 2019 before I was able to go full-time.
And you're making as much as you would make basically with the job that you had?
I'm making more.
Yeah.
I'm actually making quite a bit. So even I was a mechanic before I took that customer service job. A diesel mechanic, like for like a fleet, like Cisco Foods. So I worked in the Cisco Foods truck shop, and I made pretty good money there. I'm making a little bit better than that as a reseller. But that's only been, it's been quite a while now that I've been making better than that. But it's not like it. Depending on where you live makes it hard, right? Like I guess I could do this. If I was by myself in Colorado, but my wife works a full-time job, so that makes it easier. Like Colorado, cost of living's high, but it's not New York, So to full-time reseller in New York, between the cost of living, between the cost of just the inventory alone.
Let me ask you this: because I know as a family member, or having a family within New York, and paying a mortgage and paying a mortgage and paying health insurance and paying all the expenses that I have, I can tell you that let's keep it the side point that yes, I am Jewish and tuition costs and food obviously cost more.
Right.
I think you need basically between 80 to 100,000 to say that you're actually in a normal thing. Between both the wife and the husband, you probably need close to 100,000 to say, okay, we're living decently.
Yeah.
I think people who live on 80 or 70 are cutthroating it sometimes.
Yeah. Right.
Man. And then anything lower than that, it's like, I mean, unless you're in Section 8 and you're in the projects or you're really getting help from the government, New York is not.
Yeah, so Colorado's definitely not that high, but it's not too far behind that. Where if you're making 80 combined as a couple, you can live pretty nice out here. You can do pretty nice. You're not going to be living like on the the rich part of town, but you can live nice. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, it's like if I'm a nurse, so when I compare it to a different state, like I was looking in Florida at one point to move down there. I mean, starting over here for a nurse is probably close to between 70 to 80,000. Starting in Florida, it was anywhere between 50 and 60.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
So there's significant difference when it comes to that.
Well, I won't give you the exact number, but it's close enough. Like we had to rent, we had to sell our house and rent. That's a long story. But so we rent here north of Denver, and it's a 3-bedroom house with an office and the basement that's unfinished. And let's just say It's over $2,000 a month. It's closer to $2,500 a month rent for this house.
But you're renting a house.
Yeah.
How many bedrooms do you have?
3. With an office.
Renting a house like that probably in New York would come out to between 3 and 4.
Right, yeah. But there's people that are in the other parts of the country that, they pay $1,200 a month, even less than so there's some places you can get this house for less than $1,000 a month. So I mean, that's why I said but
it depends on location.
Does their treasure map look like mine? You know what I mean? So that's all part of it. Like if I were to leave this area, it would be hard for me to be like, am I still gonna be able to source this good?
Yeah, it would be killing. Yeah, you have to take into consideration the way you make your income. You can't just say that's that. I mean,
I have to be by a big city. Like I can't move away from a big city. So that's part of it. Like the way I built my business and the way I source, if I do yard sales and thrift stores, then if I'm not going to go to liquidation or wholesale or whatever, then I have to be by a big city.
So like everybody has their needs to specifically be in an area. I mean, being Jewish and all, I need to be specifically within a Jewish community,
right,
and within nearby synagogues and all. You specifically need to be by a city because of your business and the way everything works out. So everybody has their need. That's where it comes into. This traffic is ridiculous. Holy smokes! I have to pull the back.
So Yellow Brick Road wants to know what part of New York do you live in, and then Calvin just said a 3-bedroom with a finished basement in Iowa is around $875 a month.
$875.
But he said his yard sale.
I don't think you can get a hole in the wall for that here.
Yeah, right. And I'm, like my wife has family in the southern part of Virginia, and rent is super cheap there. Like we could go to the town is Alta Vista or Lynchburg, Virginia, and you can rent a house for cheap there too. But you're not going to find the treasures that you find in Denver, Colorado out there,
Right. I live in Staten Island, New York. It's one of the 5 boroughs of New York City. I work in Manhattan, hence I'm on West 181st Street.
That all just sounds so important to me.
Major traffic right now. This is like, I have to be in Staten Island now to go and see a patient, and I was supposed to tell them I'll be there in an hour. I could just turn my camera around and show you exactly what I'm sitting in. Hold on, that's camera off. Got to turn the camera around. Front facing. Boom, boom. Come on.
Like, I just feel like we completed the fact that you're in New York because we just heard cars honking and stuff.
Cars, you'll see the cops coming around in a second. This is what I'm sitting in right now.
No thanks.
Oh, it's not the cops.
Hey, there's a McDonald's right there. Stop and get a.
See the green lights? The light turn green. Here's your ambulance coming down. Coming straight down right now.
Terrible.
New York City. On a standstill. Legit. I can't move anywhere.
Are there a lot of people walking around and stuff?
Oh, yeah, you got people here walking around. You got some people in the back of me. You see the trunk? I don't know what you can see over there. People walking in the back. And there's a guy coming around in the bike.
Man, yep. No thanks.
Non-stop here in New York.
Yeah. I won't complain about traffic in Colorado ever again.
You know what? This is just weird because it doesn't happen like this. This is usually, especially since Corona, it's gotten much better. I think just people are starting to get out again.
Right.
And it's regular Friday afternoon traffic. I can't tell you. It could take me close to 2 hours to get home now. I'm gonna have to cancel all my Staten Island visits today. It's impossible for me to do.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you can't control stuff like that. Like, there's got to be days where you don't make it to all your appointments.
So I work hustling. Okay, I'm a hustler, and so that's what got me into so on and so forth. I worked for 3 different agencies.
Oh wow!
So I just saw 7 patients in Manhattan. I had on my other agency that I worked for, in Staten Island, I had about 5 to 6 patients on that. And then I have another. I freeze. Did I freeze?
A little bit. You're back.
Okay, cool. Then I have another 2 from the third agency, and this is all within like a day or 2.
Man, I'm getting tired just thinking about your day. I get tired thinking.
I have paperwork up my rear end to do when I get home, and I just leave it alone. I say I'm not in the mood. I can't. I either spend the time with the kids, and then after that, it's all eBay. It's legit. So eBay is my fun time. I really, really enjoy what I do when it comes to eBay.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's it's a dream come true for me being able to do this full time. Like, I love. There's little parts of it like shipping. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to ship, but I get it done. Whatever,
Right.
But for the most part, the sourcing is fun. Most of the pictures I enjoy. Sometimes I don't like taking I don't like taking pictures of clothes. And then the listing isn't terrible. Like, it's all. I know it can't be terrible because I'm not miserable like I was when I was working that customer service job.
Yep, I hear that. I know what that's like.
Like, like I said, I was a mechanic, and then my body, I had the hernias. I had 3 hernias, and they said you can't lift anymore. Like, you're done. Because my stomach just kept opening more and more and more. They're like, no more lifting, no more mechanic job. You're done. So I took a job in customer service, and that's when everything changed for me. Like, I absolutely hate this.
But would you do it? Would you do it even for a hobby? I mean, would you still do mechanic work for a hobby at this point? I mean, I understand you can't lift and so on, but you could still work on cars and at some capacity.
So you're a nurse, so my stomach completely opened up from my belly button to like right here. Like, they tried to put me back together. They had to do bilateral release is what they called it, where they cut my muscles on the side because my stomach wouldn't go back together. So I can't even like I'm not. I don't want
over there trying to close it up.
Yep, and that's where the wound vac's on the sides because they both got infected on the sides. So like, I don't tell that story a lot, but like I can't even like my core is completely compromised. Like, to take a wrench and pull on it hurts. Puts strain on it all. So like I can't. I basically can't do mechanic work at all anymore. Like, it's just painful, and I have a hernia again. I have one right now, a big one right in the middle of my stomach, and they basically, I got to lose weight, and that's where I'm bad. They like, you got to lose weight this time. We can't fix it. Like, with the weight that you have, it's gonna come apart again. Like, you're gonna open up again.
Would they ever consider doing a sleeve or some bariatric type of surgery?
That's what they told me. So that's where I'm at.
If you could get it without, I mean, because of the medical situation, it's probably going to be covered by insurance. So you might as well grab it while you can.
Right.
On it, because I have friends that literally paid out of pocket for it because it was a medical need at that point.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. Like, my doctor's like, basically, we can get you approved because the only way we can fix you is if you lose the weight. Like, my stomach weight is what's opening it up. Like, that's why it keeps opening back up. So they're like, you need to lose weight, and then let's go. Then we can fix it. But till you do that, so anyway, that's where I'm. I don't tell this story a lot because it's not something like, I don't want to be that person like, oh, look at me, I have all these problems. Like, I try to work through it. I try to tough through it. But that's where, like, literally, that's where I'm at. So you with your background, that's what you have some knowledge and you know what I'm talking about. It sucks. Oh, he gone. So, anyways, that's my story, guys. That's why I don't mechanic anymore. That's why I don't lift a lot because, I just can't. But you know what? I hate to drop out while he's gone, but it's been over an hour. Hey, Somers. I think I'm going to get back to work. Speaking of lifting, I'm not going to lift, but I'm going to get back to work. Start listing. Hey, there he is. All right.
Sorry about that. You'd expect
Oh,
New
you're
York
good.
City to have good connection.
I scared him away with my stomach talk.
No, God forbid, absolutely not.
No.
That stuff interests me. I love it.
So yeah, I mean, like right away, you knew what they need to do. So that's why, like, I knew you would understand. Like, the last time I saw the surgeon, he said, "You gotta lose weight. So let's talk about surgery weight loss options. If you can't do it yourself," and and he said, "That's where I'm bad." He's like, "Come back and see me if you haven't lost weight. We'll talk about the surgery." And
there's usually about 3 options with it. There's 3 options with it, from what I know. There's the real bariatric surgery, which it's lipo, and I don't think anybody really does it these days,
right?
Unless really, really needed, like people who are really bariatric cases. Then you have the sleeve, which I hear a lot of good about, which basically shrinks your stomach, and you just eat a little bit, and there's no way to control it. And then there's another one that I'm not sure what it's called, but you're able to readjust your stomach size with the procedure that they could do. But I'd heard bad stuff about that one as well. So from what I know and from what I've heard people are doing is the sleeve right now. And I mean, look into it. Obviously, you have a ton of research to do.
Right.
And a lot to consider. But yeah, I mean, best of luck. I hope it really, really
so like
well.
We'll see. I mean, right now things are going okay. I'd have to think about my business, whenever I decide to do it, like the downtime involved and stuff. So like right now I'm actually training my son to do some of the stuff. If I can get him dialed in on the shipping, we'll see.
How's your death pile? Significant enough?
It's not terrible. This is basically it right here. It's right here next.
Not bad.
Some toys.
No, so my theory is if you build up that death pile, you would have, and you have your son list and do the shipping. I mean, you could deal with doing the sourcing a little later.
Right. Yeah.
That's always my fear, believe it or not. My fear is even with Corona going around, like at any second the place could shut down. And if the place shuts down again, like where are we sourcing? Where am I gonna go? Where are we gonna get stuff to list? It's always a fear of mine. That's why I have that fear of sitting one day just dealing with all the listings. But
no, you're right.
To do it.
When they shut, my sourcing really, when they shut everything down, like sourcing was gone. That sucked. Like my business definitely struggled. And now that it's opened back up and I'm able to source like this, like I feel like I say this every month, but this is already, we have 6 days left and this is my best month ever already. Like, and I still have 6 days left to sell. And I've already made more profit than I ever have in this month.
Wow.
And, summer slowdown or whatever, and, whatever. None of that exists to me right now because I've had my best month ever. And I still got 6 days. I still got 6 days to make money to just pile onto that best month ever.
Let me ask you this. Do you put best offers?
Yeah, this is a kind of a touchy subject. Best offers are a little bit touchy because people do things so different. And I don't ever want to act like, so I always say like, this is how I do it. It works for me. It doesn't mean it works for everybody. I do best offers. And because I do best offers, I don't do free shipping because I don't want to have to sit there and do math in my head when I get an offer. I want to know shipping's covered. Shipping's covered. Boom. So now I can decide if I like the offer or not.
But you still need to know what you paid for each item.
Yeah, that's all right here.
Like, it's I
mean,
have it all in spreadsheets and whatnot.
I have it in the custom label too. Like what
Right, but with the problem I have with the custom label, I just started adding things into there to give me like a heads up of what the lowest that I would accept for an item if it doesn't sell within a certain amount of time. But the problem that I have is that you can't see that custom label on the phone.
Yeah, no.
At least on Android. I mean, the app, I don't know why. Unless the item sells, and once the item sells, then you could see the custom label. But
here's what I was going to say. This is another thing that I do. I do offers, but I when I'm listing it set because I know what I have into it when I'm listing it. So right then and there, I set my parameter to the lowest I would take. I do use that. So anything below this amount automatically declined. eBay's working for me right there. So I do it. It's like pre-setting it, instead of doing it on the back end.
Yeah, but you don't do automatically accept, do you?
No, I do not. Right.
Because I just saw the VCR at full price, and I had people lowballing me constant throughout the day, and I was like, no, I'm not. I just listed this yesterday. I'm gonna wait until I get hit for full price.
Yep.
So like I'm trying to start to learn, like there's certain electronics and certain things that are bread and butter and go very quickly.
Right.
That I don't want to take offers on because I know they will go for full asking price eventually.
So, and again, this is how I do it. And some people say don't auto decline any offers. That's up to them. I auto decline offers, and some that I have, like for instance, I just listed DVD VCR combo Sony, and I listed it for I don't even know. Let me look at it. I'll tell you what. I don't want to mess around with low offers either, and so I'll set my parameters to do the auto decline for me. If it wasn't working for me, I would change things, but it's working for me. So I listed this DVD combo for $69.99.
Okay.
And let me see what I have my offer set at. And it will anything below. So anything below $50, it will auto decline, and because I know I don't want less than 50, and I know it's worth that much. So
right.
I'm only going to get offers above 50.
I'm assuming you're not going to take any offers. You're not going to take any offers within the first week or two, probably.
Right. Yeah. If I list something right away, I start getting I start getting offers right away. My message back to them is, hey, here's a counter offer closer to what I'm asking. And I'll say, I just listed this. I'm going to wait it out to see if I can get full asking since I just listed it. I'm honest with my customers, and I'm nice about it all the time. That's that customer service job that I took for a while that taught me that. I'm always nice. I'm always overkill nice. But I, nicely say that, hey, I just listed this 2 days ago. It's got a lot of interest. A lot of people are looking at it. So I would like to hold out and see if I can get full asking. If it's still here in 2 weeks, though, if you want to send me another offer, I'll consider it. That's how I've worded it.
Got it. Yeah,
but
I have to come up with a template for that because I have not, anytime I went into a battle with somebody, quote unquote, that he started offering me, I put something up 2 weeks, and then he offered me $5. No, the first offer was I think the first offer was for $50 below what I was asking, and I said absolutely not. I gave him $2 off, $3 off. Then he came back at me with $30 lower, and then I came back with him with another $10 off, and he got pissed at that point and sent me an offer for 99 cents.
And then he might go back to your store, find something you have listed cheap, buy it, just to give you negative feedback.
Oh, I hope not. Damn, I'd be pissed. I'd be fuming. No.
Yeah, so I like what Michael, what Flipping Goodies Michael's saying, and again, everybody has their own way of doing things. I know, like he said, list without offers, then bulk update a week later and add best offers. That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Interesting to hear that.
And it there's so many different variables. I have 850 listings. I don't want to mess with offers wide open with 850 listings. My phone will blow up all day with offers that I don't want. Because you can go back and look at the ones that were auto declined, and some of them I'm just I'm so glad I used auto decline. What was this guy doing? He offered me nothing for this. Because you can actually go back and review offers that were auto declined. And so I've never seen one where I was oh man, I wish I would have had it set lower because I would have took that. It's never happened.
Wow.
So, but again, there's so many different ways of using it the right way. Like every way is the right way as long as it works for you, you know?
Right.
That's what's great about it. There's so many tools there that you can use to build it to where it works for you. And Michael's got some good knowledge. You're right. And like Seller Hub is a huge part of it. Don't do everything on your phone. Like you can do a lot on your phone and you're not doing it wrong. But if you're also not checking Seller Hub and doing some of the things that Seller Hub offers, you're not doing it right the most efficient way either. Seller Hub offers a lot of tools that are nice to use.
Right. So I usually, when I list an item, I'm on the computer.
Okay.
When I'm responding to offers, I'm 90% on the time on my phone, only because I'm in the field. So.
Right. Oh, I do all my service on there. I accept offers on there, but
like all the other things that's within Seller Hub, like Terapeak, I've never played with, or all these other like gadgets and stuff that's there. I haven't paid attention to it. I haven't had like inventory that's sitting there for years to say, okay, I need to start figuring out how to move these items.
Yeah, I like some of this information that people are giving. Terapeak. Matter of fact, I used it just recently for these toys that I just bought. They're like these Korean brand toys. There's not a lot of them. There's not a lot of sales history. So to be able, and the only reason I use Terapeak is to be able to look at, because you can go back a full year on comps instead of just the 90 days. So sometimes I'll find something that there's just not a lot to go on in the last 90 days. So I'll drop it to 365 and find a couple more comps. That's the only time I use it though. And then, there's WorthPoint if you want to pay for WorthPoint. I don't pay for it. But yeah, that's what I love about eBay. Like, I don't hate eBay. I honestly right now I don't have any problems with eBay. It makes me good money and I sell a lot on there. So right now I can say like I don't have any issues with it. And there's my biggest issue right now is how, and it's between my bank and eBay, is the whole managed payments, and it hasn't been a smooth transition for me. That's it.
Why? What happened? Ooh, that's interesting.
What's going on? It's my fault. It's not having all my ducks in a row. It has to do with my bank account isn't on their list of, I use a local credit union, so it's not on their list of accounts. So I had to use like the routing number and stuff. Well, come to find out that account that we use for the business, my wife opened it years ago. We just turned it into the business account. And her name is the main name on it. And eBay would not accept it. So I had to go add my name to the main name on the account. And then I have to get a piece of letterhead from the bank saying that, I'm on the account. And then I have to send it to eBay.
Is it worth it just opening a different account, like with Chime or whatever everybody else is talking about?
I thought that's the next step. If it doesn't work out with this, because actually at the beginning of next month I'll be able to get that letterhead with my name on it. So if that doesn't work out, then yeah, I'm going to open another account.
So what do they have you doing in the meantime? Are they allowing?
So I actually linked it to my personal account for now.
Got it. Okay.
And I when I did it, I was like, how hard is it going to be to me to switch back? And they said, it'll be easy. Just give us a call and we'll. Luckily, I have concierge. I'm a big deal like that. I have eBay concierge. So, because I went to the eBay Open, they gave that to everybody that went to the eBay Open. So,
nice.
They're a little bit easier to work with. And so I got to talk to like a managed payments expert right that was actually on location at eBay in California.
Wow.
They were like, yeah, just call us back and we'll get you switched over to the bank account when you have it. I was like, all right. So, but it just hasn't been smooth. Like switching it to my main account, which is Wells Fargo, that was literally, 3 clicks and it was linked. But my other account, because it's a local credit union, has not been smooth. Dan said, y'all still know it. But that's, partly my fault. I just didn't realize that my wife's name was the main name on the account because we had that account for a long time. And when I started reselling, I was like, I'm just going to have to keep everything separate. That's going to be the business account.
Right.
And yeah, so she's probably setting me up.
I'm debating and starting already. I mean, they haven't come down my back. I'm also only in a starter store, so I don't think they're going to come down my back for a little bit.
Right.
But I'm thinking of just opening the account right now, just having maybe $100 in there, just to have it ready to go. How's it working with shipping exactly at this point?
I'm not there yet. Like, I'm just registered. I'm still using PayPal. Yeah, they made me pre-register.
Oh, so it's only registration at this point? Nobody's transferred over?
I think some people are, but mandatory. Like, I think it's end of the month that's mandatory for me. So I don't know how it's all going to work. I'm going to find out. Over. So it's where it's no longer going to PayPal. I'm just registered. Like, I had to register. They said, we're going to stop your sales or whatever if you don't register, blah, 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 or stop you from listing, whatever it was. So I registered. Yeah. So, like, that's my biggest complaint. It's not been a smooth, convenient, and then I like PayPal. Like, I use PayPal as a tool. Like, I've liked it, and now I have to figure out a new system for keeping track of my funds. Whatever.
Right.
So Yellow Brick Road's on managed payments. Been on it since last summer. That's like when it first rolled out.
Oh wow.
I am curious to see how the whole, because you don't get your money right away, but you still have to ship stuff. So I'm guessing eBay has the funds and then they transfer it to you. So they've confirmed that they have the funds, something like that.
Yeah, but does that mean that? I mean, obviously Yellow Brick Road could figure this to answer this up. Does that mean, like, when we're buying shipping or when we're so on and so forth, are we able to do? Please stop hugging people.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Nowhere to go.
It's coming directly from the account.
Is it coming from my account or is it coming from that PayPal fund, that eBay fund that they have?
I think everything goes in and out of your account directly. Like, there's no more, like, I don't know if you can pay for labels with PayPal. That's a good question. I don't know. Yellow Brick, can you pay for labels? Can you pay for eBay labels with PayPal? That's a good question.
Yeah, because, like, that's one thing I'm trying to figure out. I know with FedEx is a problem also going to be, because technically right now what they do is they back charge you, meaning that, like, they would take the package, weigh it themselves, and figure out what they're charging you, and then charge you accordingly.
Right. So you can use your PayPal debit card, but not with PayPal directly. Okay, that's good information. So I do have a PayPal debit card, but for me, I'm gonna have it. So I'll probably just link my business debit card to pay for the labels. That's what I'm gonna do. So because I want it all still to come to from the same account.
You could do that, or if you want to be a little bit, like, have fun a little bit, what you could do is you could get a credit card that gives you points or so on and so forth.
Yeah, that's true.
And you can actually just keep that card only for your USPS shipments and so on.
That's a good idea.
And have the points come in through there.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. I just have to figure out the right card and the right one. And right now we're getting 1% back on PayPal with the debit card, but I don't think the Chime account allows any, like, percentage back. So I'd probably try to figure that one out.
That actually might. That's a good idea. I might have to do something like that.
Yeah, I'm very big. Well, I was very big until everything crashed recently into the mileage game and everything. I loved it. Forget it.
I really liked just the convenience of having everything all right. Like I had everything, so I have to just come up with on my end a whole new system. I don't think it'll be that hard, but like, like it was all everything was already set up perfectly. Like all my numbers and the way I did it, everything was set up perfectly the way I had PayPal set up with my account. Now I have to just rearrange some things so I can keep track of things, and it's gonna be a different way than I'm used to. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
But it won't be bad. It's an easy transition.
Sometimes we just have no choice to go along with the change, right?
Yep. That's so true. There's so many people that have been selling on eBay for years, like 10 plus years, and they've seen so many changes. Like they're like, yeah, we've seen plenty of changes. It's not a big deal to us.
You gotta roll with the punches sometimes. It's like making a bad purchase and having to deal with like, okay, am I gonna dump it back at the thrift store as you were talking about before?
Right. Yeah. Having that. My donate pile is pretty big right now. I make mistakes, or we buy DVD combos that don't work. I know you know a little bit about it.
I bought. I went to a garage estate sale, and I'm looking at the electronics part that they have over there. They have 2 VCRs sitting there, one Toshiba, one Gold Star, and whatnot. So I looked it up real quick. I saw that I could make decent money off both of them. I said, you know what? How much are they? So he tells me $15 a piece. So I said, okay, do they work? So he's like, I don't know, so on and so forth. I said, okay, can we plug it? He's like, I can plug them in. I said, it's not going to do me much, but yeah, let's plug them in. Let's see if they even power on. So they both powered on. And I said, all right, you know what? Would you take, if I take both of them, would you take 20? So he's like, yeah, no problem. I said, all right. Now I got nervous because he said, yeah, no problem pretty quickly. I'm like, oh, God, what am I going to get? What am I getting myself into? So I took both VCRs home. I ran the tests, and lo and behold, the Gold Star, which was only worth about $30, $40 at max. That one didn't work. It didn't eject. It worked, but how did I get my tape out? Believe it or not, I flipped the unit over, and I just pulled the tape out. Once you flip the unit over, so the mechanism that wasn't working was the eject motor. It wasn't able to push it up that much anymore. So, all right. So that one's gone. Thank God. Believe it or not, the Toshiba, no problem with whatsoever. And I ended up getting full price for it. The woman actually sent me an email. She wanted me to check it out and take pictures of it and make sure that it ejects and so on and so forth before I ship it, just so she knows it's working.
Right. All right. Dan, the Answer Man, is the Invisible Man right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have fun with it. Like I've been known to buy DVD combos that didn't work, and I'm not going to try to fix it or anything. And if I picked it up in an estate sale or yard sale, I definitely don't pay a lot for them ever. But I've been known to see if they can.
How much is a lot? How much is a lot?
I mean, I find them for $5 all the time.
$5, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I won't pay more than 15. Usually, there he's gone again. I usually won't pay more than 15 for a combo unit unless I look it up. But that one that I sold for $700, I only paid $10 for. But I like to see if they can fly. If they don't work, I'm tossing them into the street. Oh, you need a link. Dang it. All right, hold on. There we go. Yeah, I'll take them out to the front yard and into the street. Let's see if it can fly or not. You're all right. You're driving through that crazy New York traffic, swerving. It's not the best approach with my. What are you doing? He's driving to his. He's a mobile nurse, and he is driving to his next. Next patient? Yeah, so it's kind of like my way to um, take my aggression. Like I'm angry because it didn't work. So let's see if this thing can fly. It's pretty satisfying to see it break into a bunch of pieces when it hits the ground.
Wow, no, I don't have that much anger. I take it, I put it nicely in the garbage. I said, okay, I spent $10 on it. I spend usually about $20 on even a VCR. I would spend $20.
Okay, nah.
Yeah.
Nana's messing or joking with you. Like I don't know if I want to get into this topic, but I do not cross post at all. At all. I do have stuff listed on separate sites, but I don't cross list at all. I don't have anything that's I tried it for a little bit with Mercari. I didn't like it. So the stuff I have on Mercari is not on eBay now. And the stuff I have on
Have you sold anything on Mercari?
Yeah, I did okay. I did it for a month and I did okay. Not great, but I did okay. I don't know. I focus listing on eBay, and I think there's two ways to look at it. Like you can cross post and you can keep track of all that. And I'll tell you right now, you're an animal. If you have 900 listings and they're all cross posted, you are a working machine. I don't know if I have that on me, have that in me. Like so, I go for volume on eBay rather than cross listing. And my goal is to get to. It's not to get to 1,500, but I'm going to keep trying to get to 1,500. When you ship out 28 packages on Sunday night from the weekend, like it's hard to keep. That means you had to have listed 10 each of those days just to break even on your listings.
Right. So that's my catch with listing too much on eBay, especially with whatever they came out with now, insertion fees and all.
Right.
I just want to make sure that I don't go over that number. And if I do it and I have to, which is great, then I have to work up the money.
Yeah. I'm not. Again, I always say it's not. Nobody's doing it. No, you guys aren't doing it wrong cross posting, but I don't think I'm doing it wrong not cross posting. Just whatever works for you. I don't like having to take stuff down, and I think I would rather have 1,500 on eBay than have 600 across 3 different platforms. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just how.
Have you ever heard of PayPal holding funds? I mean, I've been on PayPal for a very long time, but so when I first started, obviously I had the 21-day wait and so on. But now I have one sale that I made for I think $300, and they're holding like $100 of it for 21 days because it's a high risk item to be returned.
I've never seen that. I had one thing that I can't even make this up. And it makes me check my PayPal a lot. I had something that I sold for over $200, and I was getting ready to ship it out the door. I even had the label on it, because eBay said it was ready to ship. And I went to PayPal, and there was a reversal on the payment, and it only showed on PayPal. And I even called eBay, and I called them, and they were like, yeah, I can see the reversal. And I was like, then why does it show ready to ship? I have the label. It showed ready. And the reversal happened within a minute of the payment being received. So I got the payment. It was reversed within a minute. And then 6 hours later that night, while I was shipping it, it still said ready to ship. Paid and shipped now. It said ship now. It was still on my list to ship now, and that I checked my PayPal, and that money had been reversed and out of my account. And when I called eBay, they didn't have. They're like, "Yeah, we see the reversal. Don't ship that." And I'm like, "What if I wouldn't have checked PayPal?"
Right.
That's only happened once, but that was still enough to make me check it every day. I check it now. I make sure nothing goes wrong.
No, I usually, I'm very low volume. I'm like at 100 listings. So I basically try to put in every sale into like a spreadsheet to know exactly what I've made on every sale and so on.
Well, that's
I
good.
know at your point at 900, it's impossible to do, but
yeah, I would spend all day looking at, and I keep track of everything a different way. Like, I keep track of my money in like in volume. Like, I don't keep track of every individual sale. I don't, but I look at the day. I just make sure nothing got reversed. And then, at the end of the month is when I really break it down. I look at how much I spent throughout the month because it's all on one account. So I look at my spending, and then I look at how much I'm putting in from PayPal. Those are the only numbers I care about, honestly. As long as they stay good.
You look at totals, basically, at the end of the month.
Yep. And right now it's amazing, so I don't worry too much about it. Like I said, and I'm looking at total. So I can look at what I spent and what's coming in after fees and shipping, and I can see how much I made that month.
Wow.
I know there's taxes and whatever. Taxes work fine for me, so it doesn't. Again, it's all. I'm keeping track, and I know it's working great for me. That's what I always just tell everybody. Like, the day it stops working good for me is the day you'll see me stop doing this and go get a job, and you know what I mean. What's up, Eric? OBX. Man, we've been on for a long time.
Yeah.
I think.
Can you imagine how long I've been driving for to try to get out of this traffic?
That sucks, man.
Yeah, today was very unusual.
Yeah.
But hey, I had you, so it was like
right?
a breeze.
Oh, I'm glad I can make your drive an easy drive.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Dude, Eric, I want to know. Eric, did you drop that? Oh, see, I've been on here forever, but if you want to jump in, Eric, I'm going to put this here in case you do, because I know Eric likes to jump in. He's got a video he's gonna be working on that's gonna be epic. He scored big time. I want to know if you're working on that video, Eric. I want to see it. He's supposed to be working on it today.
Wow. We have to wait for him to find out exactly what's it about.
Oh, I know what it's about because I got a sneak peek. I got a preview, and he scored big time. I've been hyping this up, but it's not overhyped because, yeah, he got some good. Oh, we got Dan jumped back in. What's up, Dan?
Dan, it's man. Hello.
What's up, Jake?
Dan. It looks like Jimmy just drops out as soon as you jump in.
Oh, he's still there.
I'm here. Did I leave?
Oh, I don't see you. You see everybody else sees you, and I don't. Oh, that's nice.
That's because you got that. What are you going, 75 right now?
No, 60. 60, I'm on the Jersey Turnpike.
What's up, Sam? Dapper Tiger. So how was your meeting there, Dan?
I'll just shake my head. Customers are tough sometimes. It's like they don't know what they don't know. It's like I can't do your design for you,
Yep.
So, yeah. So I just, give him a bunch of information and say, hey, let me know if you have more questions, because he had a hard stop at the top of the hour. So, yeah, but it's all good. It pays the same.
Dan, what do you do?
I'm an engineer. My company sells software to design chips, computer chips, stuff like that.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yep.
He designs computer chips. I sell Elmo.
Why
don't you sell his computer chips? We can take some computer chips and sell them.
Yeah, they're trying to make chips. They're trying to make chips to sell them themselves. So they buy software from us to design their chips.
Ah.
Yeah.
Regardless, he's sort of a big deal.
Sort of. Not really, but sort of. He's trying to get there, Jimmy. He has to get up to your level.
Yeah, he doesn't have this collection right here. So it does have the baby Yoda, the child in the background.
Oh, wrong way.
He's still trying to learn the reselling trade before he jumps in.
The only thing he's jumping in is the swimming pool.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh, he's flying up there, man.
Yeah, he's cruising along.
No, I can't. I just came to almost a complete stop, people. Almost a complete stop. Now I'm heading, let's see, 20 miles, still going down.
Oh,
typical New York traffic.
I eat potato chips. That's right.
Potato chips, tortilla chips, you name it, Sam. I'm good.
Oh, man.
Popcorn, people. Popcorn.
Yep. Smart food popcorn. If you're going to eat it from a bag.
I got to see it.
You guys know about this American Dream complex they built over here? The place is freaking huge. They billions of dollars put into it. It's an indoor amusement park. Literally indoors. They have skiing indoors. They have roller coasters indoors, and they have a water park indoors. The place is shut down for the past 4 to 5 months, and they literally just opened because of Corona.
Never heard of it. It's like a huge indoor playground for adults.
Well, skiing, amusement park, yeah. Well, the kids also get a bunch out of it. I'm sure they have kids rides and all that. It's a family center.
Sam wants to know if it's in the Meadowlands.
Yes, it is. It's right by the Meadowlands. I'm passing it right now. It says basically Meadowlands Complex American Dream. It's exactly exit 19W on the Turnpike.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm surprised Dan hasn't.
I'm tired of answering questions.
Let's go to the website.
Dan, I'm trying to give you some stuff here to go on.
There you go.
Floating universe is there? Big snow? What?
I've seen those indoor complexes in like really hot areas like Dubai and places where they have indoor skiing and stuff with artificial snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This place has it. It's crazy. It was supposed to be the biggest thing, but
is it actually open?
No. It's still closed down. But Six Flags Great Adventures is open. And Disney World is open. So this place is all indoors. That's probably why they're still closed.
Yep.
Isn't that where you used to work, Sam, over there in the Meadowlands? Smells like a swamp in the summer. Because
gross.
That's nasty.
Not good. That's why it's closed, Jake.
That's why it's closed. Okay. Now I got it. Now I understand.
What do they make that snow out of?
You don't want to know what kind of swamp water they use.
That's swamp water.
Is that a snowman or swamp thing?
Sam, where in Jersey is the dump? Isn't the dump around here somewhere? Like, I know that when you're passing over...
I shouldn't say this because there's people from Jersey, but I thought Jersey was the dump.
Well,
sorry. Stereotypical response.
He said it's where the Jets and the Giants play. That's the dump.
Oh, geez.
There you go.
Oh, shit. He's going to go whitewater. I can't do. We talked about my compromised core. I cannot do whitewater rafting.
Do you have to wear a waterproof mask, Nikki T? How does that work? Or are you just wearing like a snorkel?
Snorkel.
Make sure to keep the tube above the water.
Yeah, take that picture of Nikki T and put a snorkel on her and put her in a raft.
Oh boy.
There's Dan's got his work cut out for him.
I was ready to call it a day for the weekend, but now I got some more work to do. Now, do you want a snorkel, Nikki T, or do you want a scuba diving gear? Go all out.
Snorkel would be funny.
Whitewater is a water park there.
Oh, okay. I thought it was whitewater rafting. Now it's not as funny. Wait, how do you look at?
Yeah. Whitewater is intense, people. You go whitewater rafting. It's really intense. At least here in the Delaware River, forget it. You fall
Growing up,
there.
Oh, sorry, Jake. Go ahead.
No problem. Go for it.
I was going to say that growing up, my friend's parents owned a whitewater rafting company up in the mountains. We used to go up there all the time back in the day. Yeah.
Did they have any deaths? Did you know if there had any accidents?
No, but the river, like the river raft guides, were a strange group of guys. Like they would go into like the car wash, the hand sprayer, manual car wash, and that would be their weekly shower. They would just hose each other off.
What's that scene in Tom Boy or whatever? When Chris Farley's getting hosed down? What is he singing right there?
I don't know.
I don't remember. You know what scene I'm talking about, though, right after they go cow tipping?
Yep. It's a water park. So how do you wear a mask if you're going down water slides? Is that kind of water park or amusement park, Nikki T?
Yeah, I think they have to sign waivers, believe it or not. I know when you're going into Six Flags or Disney World at this point, they make them sign waivers that they may catch corona by coming into the park.
May or may not get the Rona. Sign here. Let's see.
Very weird to do.
What's up, No Money G? Greg in the house, or maybe you've been in the house. I just saw you in the house.
Nope. Money. Yeah, I've been back.
I don't swim in your toilet. Don't pee in my pool.
Wait, what?
He said you can't get corona if you're swimming in the pee water. Or drowning, excuse me.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, if you take them off, you have to put it in your pocket. You don't really have a lot of pocket in a bathing suit. I mean, some do, but yeah. Hopefully that's reusable.
Male or female? Male or female?
It's
this morning, was it on Ecom and Beyond, Jimmy, when was it KJ mentioning a trikini? Or maybe it was on Victoria's show. It's like a bikini, but with a mask. So they call it a trikini because it has the mask fabric pattern with the rest of the bikini. And KJ told Cajun to look it up, and he said, "I don't want to look that up."
Do they make that for men? I want to try something. No. Okay.
That's funny.
My trikini is my shorts, my shirt, and hat.
Nice.
And then I jump in the pool.
Jimmy, you have no problem swimming?
No, not at all, man.
Cool.
Didn't you see Jimmy with his Bo Derek coming out of the water in his video?
With my beautiful locks.
Well, Sam, you start the world with terrible bladder control, and you probably, end your life with terrible bladder control. So it's just a vicious cycle of life.
Steve-O.
Typical what it is.
Yep. Steve-O, what's up, man?
So, yeah, stay away from the shallow end of kids. And yeah, when you go to clean that pool filter, now, yeah, that stinks bad. I've done pool filters.
I've been cleaning my filter and drain basket religiously.
That's good.
especially after all the construction. So
Is it like the element filter, or is it like they have the sand filters too?
So this one has a few different things. It has more traditional, like the material, the big kind of cylinder one, but it's huge. So you got to pull it out and hose it down and stuff, put it back in. And then there's a ionizer component. And then the pump itself has a drain basket that collects, particles and stuff. So you got to depressurize the whole thing and then take it apart, or take the caps off, pop them out. But it's not too bad.
No, I don't think.
Is that what you're going to ask your kids, Nikki T? Are you guys having fun? They're like, bloop, 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 bloop. Yes, with the mask on.
So if your mask gets wet, then you're breathing in that pee.
All I can think is some of those medical masks, when they get wet, do they like break down over time like cotton candy? Just like just dissolve, and you just have some elastic on your ears.
Not the analogy I would have went with. That was a bold analogy.
Cotton candy. That was a bold analogy. Cotton candy. Did anyone else get your reference this morning when you called Nate Cotton? Okay.
I don't know. It's a bold cotton. So anyway, I don't want to imagine my mask as cotton candy. I don't even like cotton candy. So.
I don't like cotton candy either, really.
In any way, shape, or form.
That'd be cool to have an edible mask. Why not?
I will say today, I keep my mask in the car, and my wife hung it on the air freshener that's in the vent. So today, when I put my mask on, I was like, "Oh, for breeze now." It smelled it was too strong. It smelled like that air freshener. I was like, "Oh, that's a formidable scent." So it smelled good all day.
What was this? What was the air freshener like? New car scent or
Some
pine
kind
tree scent?
It was like fruity. It was like
Fruity.
summer breeze or something.
That's funny.
Does that new car scent really work?
No.
You know what's funny?
No,
You know what
right?
new car scent really is? It's like all like the adhesive glue and chemicals when they actually produce and make the car in the assembly lines. That's the new car scent. It's like, oh, that lovely chemical, glue and plastic. That's what new car scent really is from.
So they can't reproduce chemically
Oh, they try.
made scent.
Yes, Nikki T. Peeps, gross. Cotton candy, no thank you.
100% agree. I will hard pass on both of those.
Yep. See, Nikki T and I grew up together. No peeps.
No peeps. Yeah, I'm in agreement with the two of you. I don't know how cotton candy. Ugh.
And my wife's family, they love sugar. I think their blood type is sugar. And they just eat Peeps. They love Peeps. They want like extra thick everything, Peeps with more sugar and more sugar. A Peep is like that little marshmallow, like little bird looking thing they sell at Easter time that's like coated in like sugar. Yeah, it's and they're all stuck together in like a weird package of like 4 or something. Yeah.
I can't. Too much sugar for me. The most sugar I could
I
probably
like
have is like maybe
I
a
don't like
Slurpee from 7-Eleven.
Yep.
Man. Guys, I hate to do this, but I got to get to work.
Me too.
I got a lot to do.
And
I'm
Jake
still
literally
trying to
needs
get
to
to
get
work. I'm trying to get there.
We'll just wait till I get there.
Hopefully it's
I
helped
told
with
the
the
patient
drive.
I'll be there in about an hour.
You've
Coming
literally
in
been
from the
driving for an
1 to
hour
2.
now.
We're almost at 2 at this point.
How much further do you have to go?
17 minutes according to the GPS. But the GPS has just been telling me 40 minutes for the past 2.5 hours, so
Jake, do you get paid mileage or gas reimbursement?
Mileage, federal mileage across the board for everybody is, I think, 58 cents per mile.
Right.
He's on to something here. They need to make a freshly glued and pressed plastic air freshener for cars. I mean, that's the car smell, right?
I think that's kind of what they're trying to mimic. Yeah.
All right, guys. I do got to get going. It's been, man, has it been like 2 hours? I don't know.
In 2 hours. Started streaming 2 hours ago.
Yep. All right. Yeah, I got to get going.
That was a quick after yards hangout.
Right. Yeah, I've been on here longer than I've been in the yard sales.
Nice.
All right, everyone in the chat.
All right, Erwin.
Hanging out. You guys, Dan.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Yeah,
Get that video out, Jake. Get that video out.
Yeah, I'm working. I'm going to work on it in the weekend and see how it happens.
Nice.
All right, everyone. Thanks, and we'll talk to you
Have
later.
a good one. Bye.